It's probably about 150 feet wide. I have no idea how long it is. I couldn't get to the end.
The Andros Platform is an underwater formation located in shallow water off the northeast coast of Andros Island in the Bahamas. In 2003, we discovered it while solving two other long-running mysteries. In 2003, Dr. Lora and I flew to Andros Island in the Bahamas to solve two mysteries that were first touted in the late 1960s. The island of Andros is located about 150 miles to the east of Miami, Florida, and is primarily inhabited on its far east coast. The island is not a typical Bahamas tourist site, and the western side of the island is largely unexplored. Both of the mysterious sites reported in the 1960s were located in shallow water on the west side, and had been linked to claims that Atlantis had been located in the Bahamas. One of these was an E-shaped formation off the west coast of Andros, and the other was a huge circular formation in extreme southwest Andros. It was said to be a massive ring of standing stones. We then took a small boat through one of the tidal bights cutting through Andros. Both the E-shaped formation and the circular formation turned out to be natural formations made from sponge and coral.
Alright. Oh, man. Well, the west side of Andros, Mangrove Key, and this, if it's not the muck of the ages or the slime of the ages, I don't know what is. Actually, the water here is maybe a foot deep, and I'm sunk down now about 2.5 feet or so into it. Stuff's like paste, but it's mud. It is a pure white mud. And we have taken our boat in as far as we can go because we're dragging bottom. And I'm just sinking.
But before we left Andros in 2003, we were told about an unusual formation of stone blocks off the coast of northeast Andros. Early on the morning of our charter flight back home, I snorkeled into the ocean looking for the formation.
But it's a lot bigger. It's got cyclopean stones, and I'm not sure what they are. I can't tell. I broke my knife off, and I'm trying to break a piece off. The stainless steel diving knife. It's probably about 150 feet wide. I have no idea how long it is. I couldn't get to the end.
We called the stone formation the Andros Platform. We returned to the site over a dozen times and worked with various locals and an American archaeologist. We also visited the site with several film crews from the History Channel, National Geographic, and the Travel Channel. The water at the site can be choppy and murky, and each time we visited the site, the conditions were different. Some of the best film of the formation came during trips with documentary makers. The stone formation is 150 feet wide with 3 distinctive tiers that get higher as you move toward deep water. Toward the land, there is a harbor area with much deeper water. Measurements taken by GPS showed that it was 1,400 feet long and 150 feet wide, with 3 distinctive stone tiers. The long 3-tiered line of stones has a distinctive curve in it. There are seams visible between the blocks, and in many areas we could see that blocks were situated atop of other blocks. We also used shallow water side scan sonar several times to get a better idea of the stone's contours and actual sizes. The images show what can be thought of as similar to an aerial photograph showing the bottom and the various stone formations lying on it. It allows us to see the actual formation structure and calculate the sizes of individual blocks. Many of the largest stones are 20 feet long and 15 feet wide. There are multiple layers of stone, and several large rectangular flat areas appear to have been man-made. The stones themselves are limestone beach rock, an easily moved rock that was used in the Mediterranean to form harbor enclosures. We believe that the Andros Platform is a breakwater forming a protected harbor. The water depth of the platform varies from 8 to 12 feet. Based on sea levels in ancient times, it's likely that the harbor was in use approximately 4,000 years ago. It is one piece of evidence indicating that an unknown maritime culture was in that area long ago. In many ways, the Andros Platform is similar to the Bimini Wall, which now also appears to have served as a breakwater enclosing a harbor, and another similar formation at Cape Sal, some 50 miles south of Andros, appears to be the same thing. In a later episode, we'll provide film from over 100 spots we investigated in the Atlantic on the western side of Andros Island.